Here we go. We're gonna start heading into top five headlines. Uh, well, obviously, you guys already seen. I've done my top five offenses, top five defenses, top five teams. Now we're gonna do my top five headlines, and then on Friday, I will be giving you my division winners for both the AFC and NFC, and then I will be doing my playoff format on the following Monday, and the next Wednesday, I'll be unveiling who I think my Super Bowl winner is and how I think the game's going to go. And I'm probably going to be completely wrong, but we all love preseason predictions, let's be honest. College football gets to run them out every year, and they mean, in college football, they mean a little something. In the NFL, they mean absolutely nothing. But we love to talk about it, so why not? So these are my top five headlines. And I'm probably off the beaten path with some of these, but this is my list, not yours. You can disagree, but it's my list. My number five storyline, and it's one probably no one's talking about, which is can Cam Newton rebound? Cam Newton coming off last year was coming off a 2015 season in which he was the MVP, set records for 35 touchdowns, passing 10 rushing touchdowns. All the total yards he had accumulated, just had a monster season. And then in 2016, he fell all the way down to playing like Derek Anderson, who played so bad he got one start because Cam was struggling so much and threw a pick six on his only play. So Cam Newton's rebounding will be a huge factor for the Carolina Panthers because I believe if he can rebound, that defense is still good enough despite lacking in the secondary that they can get themselves back into 11-12 win territory, and Cam Newton can reestablish himself as one of the elite quarterbacks in the National Football League. Number four, once again, kind of a little more off the beaten path, but it's who's next at quarterback. We've been very spoiled in the NFL. We went from, if you look at all the different decades, you get Montana, the great 83 draft with Elway and Marino, transitioning into Brett Favre, then transitioning into Peyton Manning, and then Tom Brady. We've got Aaron Rodgers, Ben Roethlisberger. We've just been spoiled with a whole bunch of quarterbacks, but at the moment, Brady's turning 40, looking like he's 50. Ben Roethlisberger's getting older. A lot of the guys who we've been able to rely on are just at that age where it's time to start falling off. And the one thing the NFL does not want to do is try to run a sports league without a star quarterback for the next couple years. Because if you can ask the PGA, who I was asked the other day, well, did you watch the PGA Tour this last weekend? And no, because Tiger Woods isn't playing. And since he dropped off, the relevancy of golf has dropped off. And the NFL doesn't want that problem. The NBA had that problem when Jordan retired. It happens with every sports league that you monetize around your players and try to highlight your star players. But for who's next to quarterback, is Derek Carr going to be that guy? Is Andrew Luck finally going to rebound and become that guy who was the number one prospect of all time? Like, who is going to be the next guy to grab the mantle? Because the NFL needs that, and it needs it dearly. Doesn't matter if he's on the team that you like. The NFL just needs that. Number three, can Brady really get 6? I think this is an interesting one because Brady got a lot of talk and very well deserved, a lot of credit and elevated status when he got to 5 because it was like, oh my gosh, we'll never see anyone even get to 4 again. And Montana was perfect and Bradshaw was perfect. And then Brady was no longer perfect after his 4th trip. But then he got to 5 and it's like, ooh, that's like rarefied. He's got to be the greatest. He's won more than anyone. He's gotten to 7. If he gets a 6th title out of 8 tries, he enters Michael Jordan level of just he becomes like a deity in football. Is Jordan no longer has to play, and 15 years later, he's still the most recognizable name in the game of basketball. And Brady gets to 6. We all know the famous 6 fingers Michael Jordan put up. You know, when he puts his hand on his forehead and he's got more rings than fingers. Brady has a chance to enter elite hierarchy status of former athletes. Number 2 is the Cowboy season. Obviously, this became a much bigger headline with the Ezekiel Elliott suspension. He filed for his appeal, but he's probably not going to get it changed. So he'll be gone for the first 6 games. You've got Dak Prescott in his second season. You've got, can that defense step up to help make up for the loss of Ezekiel Elliott, plus get to over the top for the Cowboys? And for them to finally make the Super Bowl run. And let's be honest, Jerry Jones is the most popular owner in all of professional sports. He's the most vocal owner in professional sports. And the Cowboys are the number 1 profitable team in America for a reason. Everybody loves to watch them. Even if you don't like them, you want to see them fail because you think they're too big. The Cowboys are always a storyline, and they've got just enough young stars and drama surrounding that team that they're going to be the most watched thing in the National Football League this year. And my number 1 story, and I talked about it earlier on today's show, but the number 1 story all year, and it will not go away, is going to be Colin Kaepernick. And there's a chance he doesn't even take a snap. But you will hear about him anytime a guy struggles and a team is thinking about replacing him, anytime a guy is injured, anytime a player kneels for an anthem or sits down during the anthem. He will be everywhere. His name and his influence will be on this season more than any single player who actually takes a snap. Whoever wins the MVP, whoever is the 2017 MVP, will not have as much of an impact on the season as Colin Kaepernick. And he is my number 1 headline for that very reason, because we are going to hear about him for the next 3 to 4 months. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. YouTube, SoundCloud, and iTunes. Also, don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. If you'd like to see more videos, click right here on my chest. And I will see you guys next time.